Okay, and we have the following to simplify these functions as far as possible. We have the first question. Okay, we have x squared plus 9x plus 20 over x plus 4. And we have the subsequent question also. Okay, let's take it one after the other. Let's see the solution one after the other. The first one, the numerator is quadratic in nature. The numerator is quadratic in nature, while the denominator is linear. Okay, so what do we do? So there must be conformity in the expression. This is quadratic, this is linear. So there will be need for us to turn the quadratic to linear expression. And how do we do that? Let's see that. Okay, this quadratic, we're going to factorize that, factorize the quadratic equation. And how do you do that? How do you do that? You're going to multiply. Actually, you multiply this one with a constant, and that will be what? Plus 20x. The thing to do is to look for two factors of 20. Two factors of 20, whereby when you add or you subtract the two factors, it must give you the middle number. Okay? So what are the two factors of 20? It could be 10 and 2, but 10 and 2 can never give you 9. Let's check another factor. That could be 5 and 4. So how do you use 5 and 4 to generate plus 9? So that will be plus 5 plus what? Plus 4. Okay? Then, if you remember your quadratic equation is of this form, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay? So you now replace this one. I mentioned AC. My AC is the coefficient of s squared, which is a, and the constant. And that's the first thing I did to get the 20 s squared. Then you now come back to your question and replace the 9 by these two factors. And that will be what? Plus what? Plus 5x plus 4x. Okay, and then plus 20. Replace the 9x with the two factors. Okay, then you now pair the first two and the last two. X is common in the first two, in the first pair. So x plus 5. Here also 4 is also common. Take the 4 out, and that will be x plus 5 also. And the thing to note that when you factorize, the two expressions must be the same thing. So you pick one of that, x plus 5, with the other one, x plus 4. So you've turned the quadratic to product of two linear factors. You've turned the quadratic to product of two linear factors. Okay, then you now go back to your question and what? X plus 5 for the quadratic expression, and then x plus 4 over what? X plus 4. So you realize that x plus 4 and this one we cancel, and that will give us the answer as what? As x plus 5. And that ends the solution to the question. Okay, let me remind you, if you're new on the channel, I want to tell you you are in the right place at the right time. Begin to like the video, share, and subscribe. Okay, the first one is done. The second one, the B part, this one. Okay, we're going to do the same thing also, but I'm going to make it faster in this case. Okay, it's the same procedure. You're going to turn the quadratic. We have x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, at the numerator. At the denominator, you have a linear expression. So you need to turn this quadratic to products of two linear expression. And by so doing, something will cancel out. So what you're going to do is to find factors of 12. Is minus 12, okay? Find the factors of 12 that can generate plus 1. The coefficient of x at the middle here is what? Is plus 1. Okay, and what are the factors? I think 4 and 3, that will be the right numbers. How do we use 4 and 3 to get plus 1? So that will be plus 4 and minus what? And minus 3. So what you just do, you just come back here, pair the x squared, 1 here, okay, and then plus 4 minus what? Minus 3. Okay, and this cancel. Then the number 2, we have what? We have x plus 4 as the answer. So second one is done. The numerator is quadratic in nature. The denominator is also quadratic expression. So what do? We're going to turn the quadratic, each of them, to products of two linear expressions. Okay, the first one, since the attachment to your x squared is 1, so we don't need to waste our time. Just take the constant number, which is 2, and find the two factors of 2 that can generate plus 3. So that is what? That is a 2 and 1, 2 times 1. And that will be plus 2 and plus 1. So these are the two factors of 2 that can generate 3x. And you go back to your the numerator, okay? Pair this x squared, 1 here, and that'll be plus 2 plus 1 over the denominator. Let's do the same thing for denominator. Since the attachment to your x squared is also 1 here, there's no need to waste the time. Check the constant terms, the factors, the two factors of 4 that can generate plus 5. And that will be what? That will be 4 and 1. And that will be plus 4 plus 1. Don't forget this one is a plus 4. And when you multiply the two numbers, you get back your 4. So that's that on that. So do the same thing also. Your x squared, 1 here, and then plus 4, and then plus 1. So the moment you do that, something will cancel. This linear expression will cancel each other, and then you have your final conclusion as x plus 2 or what? X plus 4. It's as simple as ABC. Okay, so that's that on that. As you're coming in, just begin to say I and begin to share, like, and subscribe. Okay, so the C part is done. Let's go to D part. The D part. The D part, the numerator, we have 3x squared minus 7x plus 2 over 3x minus 1 times x plus 2. So this is what we have for the D part. The denominator is a product of two different linear factors, but the numerator is a quadratic expression. So what do? In this case now, this is what we have for the numerator. So what do? Once the coefficient of x squared is not 1, we can get the AC, okay, which means this one times this one, that will be plus 6x squared. Then after that, find the two factors of 6. Get the two factors of 6 that can get the two factors of 6, okay, that can generate 7, okay. 3 and 2 is the factors of 6, but can never give you 7, and that will be what? 6 and 1. That's the two factors that can generate 7. But how do we turn 6 and 1 to minus 7? How? Okay, that's simple answer. That will be minus 6 minus 1. Okay, minus 6 minus 1. And when you multiply minus 6 minus 1, you're gonna get plus 6. And that's that on that. Then the next thing to do now is to replace the middle number with the 2 factor, minus 6x minus x, okay, plus what? Plus 2, okay? Then you begin to pair the first 2 and pair the last 2. What is common here? 3x is common. Take it out. Then you have x remaining minus 2, and then here minus 1 is common, so we have x minus 2. And when you factorize this and this must be the same. For the question, 3x squared minus 7x plus 2 over what? 3x minus 1 over x plus 2. So that will give you, we already factorized that. Now the x minus 2 times what? Times 3x minus 1 over the denominator, x plus 2. So x plus this one and this one cancel. So the final conclusion is x minus 2 over what? X plus 2. So that's that on that. Okay, for this segment, the last question for this segment, that's x squared plus x minus 12 over x squared minus 9x plus 18. So that's the last question for this segment. Okay, so after that we'll go to polynomial long division. Okay, factorize the numerator and turn it to two products of linear expression. Two products of linear expression. And in this case now, since the attachment to your x squared is 1, you don't need to go far. Just take the constant number and find the two factors of that. They can generate plus 1. Okay, and that will be 4 and 3. 4 and 3. So how do we turn 4 and 3 to plus 1? That'll be plus 4 minus 3. And when you multiply these two, you get a minus 12. Okay, so we now have for the numerator, you're going to have x squared. Pair that 1 here, 1 here. That's a plus 4 minus 3. Then for the denominator, we're going to do the same thing also. Look for the factors of 18. Factors of 18, whereby when you add the two factors, you get minus 9. So what are those two factors that can generate minus 9? That could be 6 and 3, and that could be 6 and 3, 9 and 2. But 9 and 2 can never give you minus 9. So we're going to use 6 and 3. 6 and 3 for the two factors of 18. So how do we use 6 and 3 to generate minus 9? That will be minus 6 minus 3. And this 18 is plus 18. So that will be equal to what? X here, minus 6 minus 3. So this one and this one cancel. We get x plus 4. Get x plus 4 over x minus 6. Okay. Welcome once again. The best thing to do, okay, is to begin to like the video, share the video on different platforms, on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, and so on and so forth. Divide this polynomial x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 3 by x plus 1. So we have the a part, we have the b part, we have the c part, we have the d part. Okay, so I will take the a part, then you do. How do you do the division? Okay, that's very simple. This is what you do. This is what you do. The polynomial will be inside this box. X cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x, and then plus 3. And then what you are using to divide is what we call the divisor. That's x plus 1. So what do? What you do is very simple. You take the first item, the x cubed, okay, and then you divide by the first one of what you are using to divide, okay, and that will give you x squared. Okay, and then you now use that to multiply your divisor. Okay, that'll be x squared times x, that'll be x cubed, x squared times 1, that's a plus what? Plus x. Then after that, you do your subtraction. This one minus this one, that's 0. Then 6x squared minus minus this one, that's a plus 5 x squared. Then you bring the next number, you bring it down, that's a plus 8x. Okay, then you repeat the process again. Okay, you repeat the process again by taking the first item here, 5x squared, okay, over the first one here, over what? Over x, and that's giving us what? That's giving us a plus 5x. Then use it to multiply your divisor, 5x times x, that's a plus 5x squared. 5x times plus 1, that's a plus what? Plus 5x. And then you do your subtraction. This minus this cancel. This one minus this, that's plus 3x. And again, bring this one down. That's a plus 3. Okay? Then also, you repeat the process again. The first one here, 3x. Okay? Over the first one here, what we are using to divide by x. Okay, and that'll be what? That'll be plus, if you do the division, it's going to be plus 3. Then use it to multiply. 3 times x, that's 3, that's a plus 3x. I mean, plus 3 times x, that's a plus 3x. Plus 3 times 1, that's a plus 3. Okay, so when you do that, there are cases that you have a remainder. So the remainder here is 0. Okay, and that confirmed that, okay, I don't want to talk more about that. The remainder is at 0 in this case. So your answer is what? Your answer is equal to x squared plus 5x, and then plus what? Plus 3. Okay, so and the essence of these polynomial long division is to, by the time you do that, you realize that this one is called the quotient, and that's that on that question. Let's begin to see comments for the second one. Begin to do that and put the answer in the comment section. The C part: divide this polynomial by x minus 5. Do the same thing also. Okay, write the polynomial inside this box. So that's what we have there, x minus 5. Okay, so you check the first item here, x cubed, and then you divide by the first one here. Okay, when you do that, you have x squared, and then you use that to multiply your x minus 5. X squared times x, that's the x cubed. X squared times minus 5, that's minus 5x squared. Then you do your subtraction. This minus this 0, and then you need to be very careful here. You have minus 8 minus 5. So that becomes minus 8 plus 5, and that's minus what? Minus 3x squared. Then you bring the next item, you bring it down, plus 13x. Okay? Is that clear? I believe it is clear. Okay? Because this is very simple. Okay? Then the next thing to do now is to also repeat the process. Minus 3x squared, you divide by the first item here over x, and that will give you minus what? Minus 3x. And use that to multiply x minus 5. Minus 3x times x, and minus 3x squared. And then minus 3x times minus 5, that's a plus 15x. Then you do your subtraction. You have minus 3 minus 3. So this becomes 0. And you have 13x minus 15. That's minus 2. That's minus 2x. Then you bring the next item, you take it down. That's a plus 10. Okay. Then repeat the process again. That's a minus 2x over the first item here. So that's giving you minus 2. And then you use it to multiply this expression. minus 2 times x, that's a minus 2x. Minus 2 times a minus 5, that's a plus what? Plus 10. And if you do the subtraction, you have nothing. So the remainder is what? Is 0. And your answer is what? Your answer is x squared minus 3x minus 2, which we call the quotient. This is called the quotient, and that is the answer of the polynomial long division. And that will take us to another set of questions. Like and share. Okay. Let's see another set of questions. Put your comments, your answer for D part in the comment section. Okay. Put your answer in the comment section. It's another set of questions we have. The first one, this polynomial by what? By x plus 6. On here, we have this. Okay, we're trying to divide this polynomial by x plus 6. Okay, so when you are doing that, you take the first item, that's minus 5x cubed. You divide by the first one here. And that will give you what? That will give you minus 5x squared. And then use it to multiply this one times this one, that's minus 5x cubed. The moment you multiply, you realize that the first item, they are the same. Okay, so minus times a plus, that's a minus. 5 times 6, that's a 30 x squared. Then you do your subtraction. This minus this, that's 0. Then minus 27 minus 30. That's a plus 3 x squared. Then you bring the next item, you bring it down. That's a plus 23 x. Repeat the process. The first one, 3x squared over the first one here. So that's what? This is a plus 3x squared. So we're having plus what? Plus 3x. Use it to multiply. So 3x times x, that's a plus 3x squared. The moment you multiply, the first item must be the same. And then plus 3x times plus 6, that's a plus 18x. So do your subtraction. This one is gone. 23 minus 18. 23 minus 18, that's a plus 5. Plus 5x. And then you bring this next item, you take it down. So that's a plus 30. Repeat the process. 5x over the first one here. So that's a plus 5. Plus 5. And use it to multiply. Plus 5 times x, that's a plus 5x. Plus 5 times plus 6, that's what? Plus what? Plus 30. And that finished that one. So the answer is what? The answer is minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 5. So that finished that. Try the B part and put your answer in the comment section. I'll go for the C part. Do the B part and put the answer in the comment section. Do the B part and put the answer in the comment section. Okay. We have this polynomial minus 2x squared plus 5x squared. Okay, plus 17 x minus 20. And then we are dividing by what? X minus 4. We are trying to divide the polynomial by x minus 4. Okay, we're going to take the first, we're going to take the first item, minus 2x cubed, over the first one here, and that will give you minus 2x squared. And then use it to multiply this one. So minus 2x squared times the first one, that's minus 2x cubed. Okay, the moment you do that, the first item will be the same thing. And then minus times minus, that's a plus, and that's 8x squared. Okay, do your subtraction. So this is gone. We have a 5 minus 8, that's a minus 3x squared. Take the next one down. So we have a plus 17x. Okay, repeat the process. Minus 3x squared, the first one here, over the first one there. So that's minus 3x. Minus 3x times x, that's a minus 3x squared. Minus times minus, that's a plus. 4 times 3x, that's a 12x. Do the subtraction. So we have a plus 5x. Take this one, bring it down. That's a minus 20. So repeat the process, 5x over the first one here, okay? And don't forget, this is a plus 5x. So we have a plus 5. So this one times this one, that's a plus 5x minus 20, and that gives us a 0. Okay, and that's that on that. At this point, we'll drop the curtain of this episode on polynomial. And I want to remind us this not the end, the topic, the module on algebra and functions. Stick on